Voters in California are making their voices heard and say they want no new taxes. One America's Pearson has more as Californians reject Proposition 13 and other school bond measures statewide.
The signs are adding up. California's voters have had enough. While it may be weeks until all the votes are finally tallied after California's Super Tuesday primaries, it's clear voters are tired of the status quo from Sacramento. In the weeks leading up to the election, the media and political elite, and even some so-called Republican groups with deep left ties, touted the benefits of a new measure called Proposition 13. The measure would have cost voters about $15 billion in property taxes and another $12 billion in interest, totaling nearly $30 billion for a project no one wanted. Despite bullying from the progressive left and Governor Gavin Newsom, the measure appears certain to fail, with over 56% of Californians voting against it, which should be a troubling sign for Democrats, since it's been 26 years since the last statewide school bond failed. Following the loss, Democrats and teachers' unions, who stood to gain from the measure, tried to shame voters by saying Californians had selfishly voted against helping the children. But as John Kupel, the president of the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association, points out, voters just didn't see the benefit and didn't want the state taking any more of their hard-earned money when so much is being wasted already. Prop 13 wasn't the only education measure to be shot down, however, with counties like San Diego rejecting nearly all local bond measures aimed at raising taxes for schools. Kupel warns a tax revolt is coming, and the Public Policy Institute of California found that up to 2/3 of voters statewide reported that taxes were too high. But Californians aren't just voting at the ballot box, they're also voting with their feet. Last year alone, California suffered a net loss of over 200,000 residents who left the state for good, with more people fleeing the Golden State than any other in the nation. Along with Illinois and New York, California was one of only 3 states to suffer losses over 100,000 people. It's notable all 3 states are havens for the radical left. Considering how soundly voters appeared to have defeated Proposition 13 and how many residents are leaving every month, Democrats in Sacramento have plenty to worry about in the coming November elections. Pearson Sharp, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.